right, lovely. Bob, in terms of traditional hunting, what are your views on what should happen to stop some of this cruelty?
Well, Tracy, I don't think there's any such thing as traditional hunting anymore. When people go out in outboard motors, with outboard motors and tinnies and rifles and equipment such as that, traditional hunting is a thing of the past, and it's taking such a huge toll of our beautiful animals.
What do you think should change?
I think we should have a total moratorium, temporary, for at least 1 year, to work out the numbers, to make sure that the hunting that is taking place is sustainable in the long term. And unless we take those numbers, there's a really good possibility that maybe they will be hunted to extinction, and I wouldn't like to see that happen. When it comes to the cruelty situation, I think that's really, really serious. No other state in Australia has a Native Title Act without a cruelty provision in it. Queensland's the only state, and I think it's time that was changed.
If there are rumours, and you've said yourself you haven't ruled out, going into government yourself, if you were in government, would that be something that you would do?
Certainly it would. Certainly it would. And I've got to make a very big decision on whether I can do more for my animal friends by being in politics, or whether I can do more this way by being an animal activist.
So have you had any more thoughts on, whether you'll stand for the Queensland Party, whether you'll stand as an independent?
No, Tracy, because over all these years that I've been involved with wildlife and conservation, I've never ever joined an organisation, and that's because I always want to say what I really feel, and sometimes when you join an organisation you have to do what's proper for everybody, and I don't want to have to give a damn, to be honest.
Good for you. So in terms of a cruelty law, how do you think that should happen? How do you think, should it be something that's monitored by community officers? Should it be monitored by fisheries people? How do you think it should work?
Well, from what we've seen recently with our government and our bureaucrats, is that they actually can't monitor anything successfully. People are really, really frightened about being called a racist. This isn't a racist issue. This is a humane issue. This is where all Australians should be concerned about the well-being of our animals. And I'd like to see it monitored by probably by scientists and researchers that aren't attached to the government.
What would you say that there are Indigenous groups out there that say, like, we've voluntarily stopped hunting or reduced the amount of dugong and turtle that we have been hunting because we are concerned about numbers? Are there groups out there that you think are doing the right thing? Or?
Yes, there is, Tracy, and you would have to give them a great deal of credit for that. They can see into the future, and if the hunting continues as it is now, there's a chance that there won't be any there later on. So these groups that have got these tumras in position and have also placed moratoriums themselves, I think that's an excellent thing.
Lovely. Now, there's some horrible stories of cruelty out there.
Yes,
as Colin was discussing. What was it that really got you, that made you decide to speak out?
Well, my good friend Colin up in Cairns, who's been working on this for a number of years now, sent me some footage of the most disgusting act of cruelty I think I've seen for a long, long time, and that was when they cut a turtle up alive, and this poor animal died over a period of days, and that is just not acceptable.
And is that sort of traditional to have an animal, die so slowly? And
well, so they say it's traditional, but I think we've moved on from there. I don't think that's acceptable to anybody anymore.
Lovely. Look, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Oh, lots, Tracy, but
just in terms of your future political career, when do you think you'll make a decision by?
No, well, look, as I explained to somebody this morning, the reason I'm in the position that I'm in now, where I'm considering getting into politics, is because the ALP and the LNP have not done their job correctly. they are allowing this country to be raped and pillaged, and they are allowing our Queenslanders to really suffer badly, and that isn't on. And somebody's got to stand up and be counted. I would be out of my comfort zone, obviously, but I will do whatever I feel is necessary.
Great. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Good on you, mate.
10 out of 10 for the ambush.